I sincerely hope that every single one of you takes something away that you did not know that is going to help you go from a place to a place with your business. Okay? So I'm going to hand over to you, Zoe Cairns, and thank you very much.
Thank you. So what you can do is with MailChimp, you can set something up in MailChimp that does like something called an opt-in form. Okay, it's very straightforward when you go into MailChimp. You create something called a sign-up form. And it gives you a link of where that's hosted, and you use that link, Sam, for your ad as to where you want to direct people to that gets their name and email address to receive that document. And MailChimp will send that out automatically for you. So if you've got 100 people wanting your 10 beauty hacks document with all your brand and that on there, you know then that the MailChimp will send it automatically out for you. So you're then not going back in and sending everyone the document. Okay? On the ad, so you could put on there, would you like to know the top 10 beauty hacks and like to receive our free download? And you could do that. So that you put the link of the sign-up form in the ad, and it would take you to the MailChimp sign-up form to put the name and email address. Okay? It gets better results. Leanne?
I've been playing around with the interest section for a while now on the page, so my question is about that. You just came up with many interests, magazines, radio stations, TV, local spa, but you've got the option to narrow it, so I've got a couple of questions actually.
Okay.
Would you put them all in one box, so it's saying people who like this magazine or this TV show or this?
Yeah.
Or would you put them in a box on their own, so it's kind of narrowing it, saying people who like TV shows and?
Yeah, I wouldn't do and, because then it goes down too specific. And I might like Made in Chelsea, but I might not read the Vogue magazine. So you've got to choose interests and keywords that they're still quite broad, but they are still potentially getting in front of your target audience.
Even if your reach is still over 10,000?
Yeah, you could, yeah. If it goes below 10,000, then I wouldn't do and. Okay. You've got to remember that if you're lower than 10,000, you're only going to get out to a certain amount of people, and it'll go out so many times to that audience that you could get fed up with it and actually block from seeing your ad, which could affect you later on. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense?
It does. And my other question was, how many interests would you say are too many to put in a box, or is there no?
I would say 12 to 15 is enough. If you go any more than that, it'll narrow it down too much if you're definitely doing and, even at 5, that is too much. But you have got to think about, you might not need that many. Once you've gone over your target audience sheet, if I was to put Towie in, you're bound to guarantee that anyone that likes Towie is going to like makeup. So it might be enough.
Sorry, I just want to go back to MailChimp.
Yes.
I'm pretty new to MailChimp. I only really found out about it last week.
Yeah.
Am I right in thinking that obviously you can have people that obviously can subscribe?
Yes, yeah.
And then they have the option obviously to unsubscribe.
Yeah.
And MailChimp then inform you of those that have unsubscribed.
Yes,
So you get a list of everyone that's no longer wanting to, don't you?
Yeah, you do. You get a list of everyone that does unsubscribe. You'll always I used to take that personally. Like Gareth used to say, don't take it personally. I'll be like, what have I done wrong? What did I say in that email? And it just means that it's better to have an email list of focused people than people that are not really bothered. So let them unsubscribe. It's completely fine. Emma?
Facebook ads, I've used them before,
Yeah.
not to an awful lot of success, so I want to implement what you've said today. So you're going through, you're filtering your ad down.
Yeah.
Is there a way you can change your ad? And is there a way you can stop an ad? Because you obviously have to specify how long you want it. Because I found I couldn't stop a campaign once it had started, and I'd noticed a spelling mistake.
Okay, yes. So always manage and monitor your ads. Okay, the way that you monitor and manage them is you go to the top right of your Facebook, and there's a little blue drop down arrow, and you can then go to manage ads. Okay. I've got none running on mine because it's my personal profile, but if I just show you where it is, at the top right, if I try and get up my Facebook, at the top right you've got this dark blue arrow, okay, up here where all your notifications are. If you click on there, you've then got something called Manage Ads. Okay, when you go into Manage Ads, okay, let me just go on to one of my accounts in here. When I go on, if I wanted to stop one of my ads, you just click on this little thing here, which deactivates it straight away. See this little switch? It switches it off.
How about editing an ad that's currently running without having to stop it and restart it?
So you'll click on it, and next to it's got a little pen. See that? Little pen mark. Click on Edit Campaign, and you can go and edit the text, change the picture. Now, if I was to go into an ad, it'll come up with lots of numbers. And you think, what does all those numbers mean? The most important number when you're running an ad, which you should monitor, never ever let an ad just run because you're wasting money. If it's not working, you need to change it. So there's one thing I really want to give you today, if you can take it away, is when you monitor your ad, there'll be a figure there called frequency. Frequency and relevancy. Frequency is the number of times it's shown someone. If it's above 3, instantly turn it off. Because if you show someone more than 3 times, they're going to get fed up with it, seeing it in their timeline over and over again. Because I know that I do. So switch it off. Okay? The other thing is the relevancy score. You have a relevancy score out of 10. The higher the score, the more you can see that the audience that you've got the ad in front of is relevant to them and they're responding. Does that make sense? The lower the relevancy score, the less they are responding and they don't find it as relevant to them, and they might have actually flagged it as spam or hiding it, etc. Does that make sense? What are the numbers? It's 1 to 10. 1 to 10 is the relevancy score. Okay? Sam?
There must be certain rules that you need to abide by for the post to actually go out.
Okay, so length of video. There's no length on video as to how long it should be in an ad, but it might be down to the words. So the words in the headline may have triggered off keyword filters. So I remember when I first liaised with Louise and she mentioned about someone's ad had got rejected. And it's always down to keywords, the filtering of keywords and what your text is saying. Giving someone false pretenses like, you know, like pay, sky's the limit, or unlimited, is not promising as such, but it's giving people, I think, oh wow, I can earn as much as I can in this. And Facebook don't like it. And as soon as you put pay, money, income, as soon as you put in there weight, loss, diet, they flag it straight up. And then they look at the picture, and the picture gives someone, again, false pretenses. They will not allow that ad to succeed. They will not accept it. So you've really got to check out the wording that you put with videos. It could even be down to the tags, that you've tagged something. So just check that. But I've got some links that I'm going to share in the group afterwards of all the rules. I didn't want to stand here and go through each rule and regulation of advertising and videos and stuff like that. So I'll share the links and you can look through. So like alcohol, under the age of 13, that your post it might be that you've not set a limit on your post. So it could be down to that. It could be down to age limits. It could be down to where you've put the money aspect in. So just check that. There's a lot of restrictions. Leanne?
If you're going to promote a video, a couple of questions really. Is there a time limit on the amount of time that video can last? And does it work in the same way as it does on your profile, so that would get more interaction as a promoted post than, say, a photo or text?
Okay, Facebook loves video. So the videos are going to get more engagement. If you boost it, people love videos, so it's more than likely, but the video will give more content rather than it being a promotion. So yeah, the algorithm loves video. Have I answered your question there? It's all trial and error. So I would do an A/B split test again. Do a short one, and so maybe take a snapshot of the video, so just take a snippet of it, and then do the longer one and see which one works better. It's a bit of a trial and error. So I haven't got a definite answer for it. A bit of a trial and error. Leanne?
Somebody said earlier that unique presenters were wasting all of the efforts, and I just want to say you can exclude unique presenters from seeing your ad.
Yeah.
So they think they're helping you by liking it, but they cost you money. So
Yeah.
You can exclude them.
You can exclude people in there. And when you go through the ad, and you've put in the interests, it says show people who like this page or exclude so-and-so pages, which might be your presenters. So you can actually type, if you've liked the page or you're connected with someone, when you type the name in, it will then exclude it from showing them. Okay? Okay, Sarah, yep.
Just a quick one. When we've done boosted posts, because we're worldwide, is there any way of doing it where you only target people that speak English?
Yes, you can. And you can even set the settings on your page by going into the settings of your page and putting the language. So you're just restricting it to a certain language rather than anyone then that speaks a different language will not see your page, even if they search for it.